live.
Oh, is this thing on? I don't care. I want him to hear.
This is the Pregame Show, your early morning shot of sports on 95.7 The Game.
Come on!
Wow. What a freaking game last night. Sacramento Kings 124. Golden State Warriors 123. Warriors will not advance to the knockout stage in the in-season tournament. The Sacramento Kings will. They take the group and they await their next challenge. But that doesn't matter to the Warriors. What matters right now is the health of a couple of their players. Gary Payton, left with an injury. Chris Paul, left with an injury. Both lower extremities. And no, don't give me a Stephen A. Smith drop right now. These are serious. And especially for Gary Payton's second, which looked to be a non-contact. Anytime you have one of those, very scary. But how did the Warriors blow this game? Well, I'll tell you why. And I'll tell you how. Turnovers. My God. And the points off of them. It's just, you can't turn the ball over 18 times and expect to win games. I don't care how large of a lead you have. The league's scoring is too good right now. It's at an all-time high. And giving the opponent chance after chance after chance to hang around is a recipe for disaster. Now, you may have gotten away with it when you had Kevin Durant, when you had Andre Iguodala, when you had Sean Livingston and all these guys. And when you had the greatest team, one of, in the history of basketball. You could get away with being sloppy at times because you were so much better talent-wise than anyone else in the league. Now, you're older, don't have the depth, and you don't have the firepower at the moment to allow that. Now, some positives. Andrew Wiggins. Okay. Like what I saw. Klay Thompson in the first half. Like what I saw. Steph. I always like what I see from Steph. But it's Steph too. 5 turnovers, man. That's not going to cut it. It's a game high for Stephen Curry. Who, if that's his, one vice, if you will, in his NBA career, it would be turning the ball over at crucial times. And last night, throwing it, who was it, right to Malik Monk, whoever it was, snatched it, and then it led to a Monk 3. Like, that just can't happen. It cannot happen. The Warriors were in cruise control in that first half. And then a 40-32 third quarter, and then a 29-19 fourth in favor of the Sacramento Kings. And that's what did the Warriors in. 888-957-9570. I want to hear from Dub Nation today. How you feeling after that loss? Is it frustration? Is it just, I'm tired of it? What's the emotion right now, Golden State Warriors fans? Because that's a loss where it felt like in the first half, and we were all in different group chats, and I was talking to people, everyone's just, all the Warriors fans, oh, we're so back. We're so back. To which then I responded after the second half, yeah, they kind of are back, but not in a good way. It's like, that's the Warriors we've been seeing for most of this season. Careless turnovers. But for that first half, everything was going right. Wiggins, Klay, Steph, Moses freaking Moody. Can I get more minutes for this guy? Is that possible? Guy was perfect yesterday. 4 of 4 from the field, 3 of 3 from beyond the arc, 11 points, but 13 minutes? Why? Guy was in fuego at the end of the game. And then he was gone. But that goes back to the trust factor. And who does Steph want out there? Steph wants his guys. He wants Dre. He wants Clay. He wants Wiggins. Like, those are his guys. That's who he's keeping on the floor, especially Clay and Dre. That much is known. We had Tim Kawakami on the morning roast yesterday. He's like, yeah, this is Stephen Curry. He calls the shots, people. He is the franchise. And he's riding or dying with his guys. And that's fine. But I need the head coach to step in and say, hey, we got a hot hand. We got to feed him. Say what you want about, Darvin Ham. Is he a good coach? He's not. He's got LeBron. That whole LeBron really coaches the team. Say what you want about that. He let Lonnie Walker ride in that game against the Golden State Warriors in the Western Conference semis. What was that, game 4? And they went up 3-1. The Lonnie Walker game, who, ironically, that was the TNT game broadcast last night. Same crew. So, you can ride the hot hand. Egos, you can wait for egos to be satisfied later. I don't care about that right now, quite frankly, if I'm a Golden State Warriors fan. Right now, it's about winning games and putting yourself in a position to not have to be in the play-in tournament going forward. And it does suck that you're not going to be in the in-season tournament. It does. As a fan, it's a little disappointing. I know it's this conjured up thing. It's brand new, so it's not going to hurt as much. But I would like to be a part of it. Hey, it's brand new. Why not? We're here. We might as well try to win it, right? And for most of the night, it felt like they were going to do that. But they didn't. Kings come back. De'Aaron Fox. Malik Monk, man. That guy gets to be a man possessed at times, and there's no stopping him. We saw that in the first round of the playoffs last year at times as well. And then my guy, Sasha Vezenkov. My goodness. So this dude. No, I'm not on League Pass. I don't watch a lot of Kings games that aren't nationally televised. I apologize, Kings fans that are feeling themselves. If you're a Kings fan waking up in the Bay right now, if you're just getting off work, getting ready for work, getting ready for school, good morning to all of you. I welcome Kings fans. I welcome Warriors fans. I welcome any fan. Call in at 888-957-9570. That's the number. You can also hit us up on Twitch and YouTube. We are live and streaming, powered by First NorCal Credit Union. Just search 95.7 The Game, like and subscribe there. And also be sure to download the Odyssey app, favorite 95.7 The Game, and lots and lots and lots of other radio stations all across our great nation. Speaking of going to the phones, let's go to them. We got Leonard in SF wanting to chime in. Leonard, what's going on, man? You're on the pregame show.
Well, good morning. First-time listener, first-time caller, and I just wanted to echo what I told the call screener. I really like the way that you summed up the Warriors' loss, and if you want to know how I feel, I'm not in panic mode yet. I'm just in concern mode, and that's all I have to say. And
thank you, Leonard. That's Leonard in SF. He's not in panic mode, but he's concerned. And I feel like that's the right sentiment. Concerning, right? That sort of loss where in the past you kind of put the pedal to the metal, and the Warriors at times like to let teams hang around, get a little sloppy, get a little careless. I think most teams do that, and I think that's an underrated part of a great winning team is being up exponentially and still being able to keep a semi-foot on the pedal, because I've seen it countless of times, whether it's the Warriors, the Lakers, the Celtics. You get these huge leads, right? And you get a little complacent. And let me do this alley-oop behind the back, and these little trick plays. No. Just continue to play smart basketball, and you're going to win the game. Like, there is nothing more infuriating as a fan, especially in basketball. It's one of the more infuriating parts. When you have a 20-point plus lead, you feel like you should win the game. And I understand the game's not won in the first half or the first three quarters. It's 1-4. That's why they play the game, right? You play to win the game. Shout out Herm Edwards. And yesterday, they played to win the game for 2 quarters. But the Kings played to win it for 4. And they were at home. The crowd was feeling it. There was an energy there. We felt it in the playoffs last year on both sides, but especially at Golden One. They were starved. What was it? 17, 18 years, whatever it was, their playoff drought. They were starved. That atmosphere last night was incredible. Get a little extra juice from the in-season tournament. How much? I don't know if you needed extra juice because it's Warriors and it's Kings. These teams, you know what? It's turning into one of my favorite rivalries. It really is. It's fun. I'm loving the smack talk from the fan bases. They're so damn close. And you know what? I think we needed this. I do. You know, there's a little bit of sadness with the Raiders being gone. The Raiders-Niners, it doesn't hit. You know, A's, they're going to be gone, which sucks. A's-Giants, it's not going to hit the same when they're in Las Vegas. Now, for people my age and, you know, people older than me, sure, there will be that rivalry always. But it's not the same. Because geographically, it's just not there. But the Kings, hey, Kings-Warriors now, I put that. I'm starting to put that on that same level. Now, they don't have the equity built up like those other two franchises playing against their opponents respectively. But if we look back in a decade, 2 decades maybe it's up there. 888-957-9570, the number. Good morning to all you lovely people just getting off work. It's wet out there, peeps. It's wet. Be safe. Drive safe. Lights on. Use that defroster. Don't speed. Don't be tailgating these people, all right? Be smart. And don't turn. Oh, that was going to be a morbid joke. I'm not going to say that. But don't be like the Warriors last night and turn it over, okay? Please be safe out there. Please be smart. And if you're chiming in and you want to get involved in the show and it is raining, pull over. Wait till you get in the car. Wait till you're, stopped. I know you really want to text the pregame show. Trust me, it's not worth it. All right. Steph Curry. What the hell happened yesterday?
Our first half was pretty solid. Probably the best basketball we played on both sides of the floor. Built up that big lead. Had a rough last 2 possessions in the first half. I think I missed a 2-for-1. I lost it on a turnover, so it gave them a little bit of momentum. In the third quarter, we responded pretty well. Had a couple untimely turnovers to start like a momentum run, and then they got to the foul line 42 times, which is going to do a lot of things, obviously easy points, but even on misses or makes, like they get to set their defense, and they were starting to blitz me pretty much everywhere. We got some pretty good looks. They could have gave us some room, but didn't go our way, and then it's just a make or miss lead down the stretch where, those 2 turnovers, I had one, Draymond had one. It's tough. Tough way to go out. All those things put together, like we played pretty well. It just we ran out of gas at the end.
You know what's crazy? They did get to the foul line a bunch. 42 times, in fact, the Sacramento Kings. They only made 27. The Warriors got to the foul line 30 times and made 1 fewer. 26. So that was basically everything was in your, hands right there to win the game. The Kings didn't shoot very well from beyond the arc. The Warriors didn't either. 15 of 44 overall. Warriors 17 of 41. But again, it's the turnovers. 18-10. Respectively for the Warriors and the Kings. Can't happen. Just can't. 888-957-9570 is the number. Warriors will not be advancing in the NBA in-season tournament. The group play is over. The quarterfinals will be December 4th through the 5th, right? So we got the knockout stages coming. As I scroll down to the brackets, and I'll read those off to the peeps. No Warriors, which sucks. Supposed to be locked in. Monday, December 4th, that's this Monday for those that don't know, Celtics will be at the Pacers, Pelicans at the Kings, and then Tuesday you got the Knicks at the Bucks, Suns at Lakers, and then TBD the rest. All right. So there you go. Celtics at Pacers, Pelicans at Kings, Knicks at Bucks, Suns at Lakers. God, I was hoping for a Lakers-Warriors semifinal, right? They don't play each other till the end of January. That just would have been fun. You know what? Quite frankly, and the Lakers, I know, got blown out by 44. I was about to say neither of them deserve it, but the way the Lakers are playing recently, they probably don't, but they advanced anyways. They got home field, home court, so it is what it is. But neither of those teams are playing very well. They don't deserve it. Kings deserved to win last night. They played for all 4 quarters. Warriors took their foot off the gas. Sometimes it's simple as that. Hey, Steph, what happened on those turnovers?
Yeah, I got the ball in, and obviously there's 8 seconds in my head. We didn't have any timeouts because we challenged the offensive foul they called on me. So the turnaround, obviously, Vasenko came back to try to trap, and we had, kind of a flow down the court. And I knew I couldn't call a timeout, so I just tried to make a read, and it was the wrong one. And obviously, Darren hits a 3, and then we had a better kind of reaction to them trapping him up court to get it across, and had a little miscommunication. So, you obviously want those 2 plays back because you're up, 3 at the time? Could have changed the narrative of the game.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Unfortunately, them the breaks in games like this. From the 408 on the Comcast Business Text line, 888-957-9570, the number to text in. From the 408, why is there not more talk of Steve Kerr's horrible coaching? He has no real effective rotations consistently, and he never switches his game plans until it's too late. Perfect example of his ineptitude was the year the Warriors played the Suns, and he let Iggy coach the huddle. Was that Iggy or Draymond against the Suns? Either way, I think he's let them both do it. Well, Kerr did that because he knew he had one of the greatest teams of all time. I'm pretty sure that was during the KD era. Pretty sure. But to your point, 408, there's a lot of, fans upset with Steve Kerr. And I get it. You got to ride the hot hand. And Moses Moody was the hot hand last night. You ride those things out. You catch the lightning in a bottle. And maybe to say catch lightning in a bottle is unfair because Moses has been playing pretty damn well all season long, all things considered. But his minutes have been hovering around, 13, 15, 20 minutes. Can we get more from Moses, Steve? I think that's probably the most frustrating aspect. And I get it, mixing and matching rotations, what have you. He's not benching Steve of Klay Thompson, that is. He's not benching Andrew Wiggins. And Andrew Wiggins, by the way, if you want to take positives away, looked awesome. Engaged. The athleticism was there. And after reports came out yesterday, I believe it was from Kendra Andrews via ESPN, she covers the team. She had an article posted on the website. And, a member within the Warriors organization told her that the Warriors weren't very happy about Andrew Wiggins' conditioning and where he was physically heading into this regular season. So yesterday, that was a breath of fresh air. That was a, screw you to all you people out there. To which Warriors fans respond, well, that's great. Get the freaking win. Right? But overall, good stuff from Andrew Wiggins. Keep it going. Right? Prove the doubters wrong. Not that he cares about any of that. I don't think he is on social media. I don't think he listens to any of that stuff. Klay Thompson, on the other hand, definitely does. And Klay had an awesome first half. Second half, But here's Klay talking about fouling too much. And quote, they all sucked.
I think we fouled too much. That looks like the one thing that we could have done much better is limit our fouling. Tough loss, though. That one sucked.
That one sucked. You know what? perfectly encapsulates, I think, how a lot of Warriors fans are feeling. That one sucked. Let that get away. Your new budding rivals, too, up in Sacramento, the in-season tournament, knockout stage on the line. There was a little extra juice. They wanted to win that. Steph Curry was mic'd up. They wanted to win that thing, winning by 12 or more, right? Because the Thunder couldn't get it done. Had the Thunder get it done, they just need to win. It's just all the different variables, by the way. We were getting into this yesterday. NBA needs to do a lot better job next season. I get it. It's the first year, so it's the guinea pig. They'll tweak. They'll do stuff. But I didn't know any scenarios like for most of these games happening. We should know where the standings are. It should always be on the screen. If you're watching on TV, your phone, whatever. We should know who's in, who's out with current scores. Basically, all you need to do is watch Champions League or Europa League and how they do it on CBS Golasso show, where they have every little factoid that you need to keep you up to date with what's going on. Just watch that, Adam Silver, and then just adapt it to the NBA. With point differential, compare it to the goal differential, who's in, who's out, the same thing. It's really that simple. Because far too often, I have to look at websites like I'm looking at right now, cbssports.com. I don't have to go to different websites. I should be able to just Google it and it should pop up right in front of me. But now I have to click on extra stuff. And in today's generation, unfortunately, the moment I have to click on extra stuff, I'm out. That's our attention span, people. It is what it is. It's sad, but it's the truth. I can't be clicking too much. All right? And we love clicks here at 95.7 The Game. Click on our YouTube page. It's up and running. We're streaming. Search Pregame Show. Search 95.7 The Game, 888-957-9570. You can also call us. Here's more from Klay Thompson. Asked if trying to win by 12 may have gotten in their heads.
No, we still wanted to win the game, and we were right there to be victorious. We were right there to win by 12 as well, so it's just a hard one to swallow, and these happen throughout the season, and just sucks. I mean, we all wanted to play in that in-season tournament.
They all wanted to play in that in-season tournament, but they won't. Kings advance, and they take on the New Orleans Pelicans next Monday. 888-957-9570. Good morning again to all of you just getting off work, getting ready for work. Kings 124, Warriors 123. Warriors fall now to 8-10 on the season, 5-4 on the road. Kings improve to 10-6, 5-1 at Golden One Arena. From the YouTube chat, Sui Wong on the chat. Draymond Green's got to go. It's been a long time since Draymond was a defensive player of the year. Why is he stealing $100 million from the Warriors? I get it. After losses like that, you just kind of revert back to your overarching feelings about certain players. But I'm not, he had the bad turnover yesterday. I thought Klay was cutting into the corner. Wasn't. Turned the ball over. Night, see you later. I get it. It was bad. He's still playing high defense, though. Let's not get it twisted. Draymond Green is still a top 10 defender in this league, at least. And the moment you lose him, by the way, you ain't winning a title. That's just, I think that's a fact. Hell, you might win a title with him, but you damn sure aren't winning one without him. I do know that. So you're married to Draymond for the next few seasons, at least. And you know why? Because Stephen Curry wants it to be that way. Now, there could be a conversation whether you should still be listening to Steph. Always listen to Steph. He is the franchise. He is the guy. He is one of the greatest players in the history of basketball, possibly the greatest Bay Area, major sports athlete of all time. Stephen Curry, definitely the most beloved. You have to weigh decisions, and you have to take his into consideration. And when Steph says, I want Draymond, Joe's like, okay. That's the equity he's built up within this organization. Now, it might get to a certain point where certain players' equity, reaches its limits, and you got to just, cut bait. But Draymond's not going to be one of them. Klay Thompson, we'll see how the season plays out. We shall see. this first segment is played out because we're up against it. More of your calls, more of your texts, more of your comments on the other side. Once again, Sacramento Kings 124, Golden State Warriors 123, as the Warriors will not advance to the knockout stage of the in-season tournament. More of your calls, more of your texts on the other side. This is the pregame show, Joe Spadoni, 95.7 The Game.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks VapoStick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower for steamy Vicks vapors. Use as directed. VapoStick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower use for adults only.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart, it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. Now during our Cyber Week sale, the all-new Queen Sleep Number C2 smart bed is only $880, the lowest price ever. Plus free home delivery when you add a base. Ends Monday. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with things I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of the disease called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, straight lines seem wavy, like when looking at a door frame. For others, blurry or missing spots can make it hard to read or see loved ones' faces. Many have trouble seeing in low light, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. Talk to your eye doctor about GA today. Learn more at GAWon'tWait.com. That's GAWon'tWait.com.
It's easy to think all money managers are pretty much the same, but at Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Different? How? You sell high-commission investment products, right?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission-based investment products.
Well, you must earn commissions on trades.
Nope, never at Fisher. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in our client's best interest. It's the highest standard of care for a financial advisor.
How do you know what's in their best interest?
We get to know our clients and then tailor a portfolio based on their goals and needs.
But you probably sneak in some hidden and layered fees.
No, we have one transparent management fee structured so we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, you really do look out for your clients.
That's because our top priority is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement. It might be why most of our clients come from other money managers. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments. Clearly different money management.
Investments and securities involve the risk of loss.
In 1848, James Marshall discovered gold at Sutter's Mill, and in 3 years, a multicultural migration grew a sleepy trading post of 800 to a city of over 250,000. These were the first dreamers, innovators, builders, and inventors that defined San Francisco. The San Francisco Historical Society exists to uncover, preserve, and present in engaging ways the colorful and diverse history of our city from its earliest days to the present. As a member, you'll receive The Argonaut, an award-winning publication that has provided in-depth historical accounts for over 30 years. And The Panorama, a quarterly newsletter covering ongoing activities and historical presentations. Go to sfhistory.org and discover the San Francisco Historical Society, giving our history a great future. Become a member today.
Dub Nation, this is Tim Roy, and you're listening to the Pregame Show on 95.7 The Game.
Little Dre Day on a Wednesday. Thank you, Tim Roy. Tim Roy, the voice of your Golden State Warriors right here on 95.7 The Game. Shout out Mark Grandy doing a hell of a job last night. Warriors Live. Taking all your calls, pre, post, what have you, because we are the home of the Golden State Warriors. And listen, tough loss last night. Kings 124, Warriors 123. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is the Pregame Show, Joe Spadoni. If you're just getting off work, getting ready for work, please drive safe out there. It is wet. The roads are slick. Have your lights on, use your blinkers, all that. Please just be safe. Had a horrible accident when I was a junior in high school, speeding in the rain. Learned my lesson. Didn't do it again. Hopefully, that doesn't happen to you, and you don't have to learn that way. Just be smart. There you go. It's my TED Talk for the day. Speaking of not being smart, a lot of these Warriors turnovers. Let's go through some of these sequences, shall we? Let's start with the Curry bad pass turnover that led to a Malik Monk 3.
Still a 2-possession game, and that's huge. Curry trapped in the backcourt, throws it away, threw it right to Monk, over to Fox, fakes the 3, puts it on the deck, finds Herter on the corner to Monk. Monk fires for 3, good, with 37.2 to go. Curry's turnover, no timeout for the Warriors. 1-point game, 35 seconds to go. Unbelievable.
And then on the ensuing possession, Draymond, your turn.
1-point game, 35 seconds to go. Unbelievable. Draymond throws it away. Thompson didn't do a back cut, and the Warriors have given the Kings the opportunity to win the game.
And what'd they do, Tim?
Fox at midcourt. Here we go. Wiggins sizes him up. Fox waits, dribbles, screen, hook pass to Herter. Herter over to Monk. Goes baseline, steps out. 5 on the shot clock. Comes middle. Tough shot. Banked it in with 7.4. A lucky shot by Malik Monk.
I love Tim. Lucky shot. Some might say that's skill. Now, the force in which he lofted it up and it rattled around the backboard and then the rim a couple times, yeah, that would, a little luck, sure. But you know what? When you're hot, you get the benefit of the friendly roll. That's just how it goes. Momentum-wise. Sports is funny like that. The extra bounce, the extra roll, what have you. The Kings earned that victory. And Malik Monk earned that shot with his play down the stretch. The Warriors did not. They had chances after chances after chances to put that game away. And they just couldn't. And they still had a final chance to, you know what, salvage the entire game. May not make the in-season tournament, the knockout stage, but you know what? They might still, win the game.
Herter over to Monk, goes baseline, steps out, 5 on the shot clock, comes middle, tough shot, banked it in with 7.4. A lucky shot by Malik Monk. Here comes Curry with 6 seconds, 5, gets a screen, bumped by Fox, lost the ball, 1 second, shoots it, it's up, no good. Game's over. The Warriors have totally given this one away. Disaster in Sacramento. Final Sacramento 124, Golden State 123.
Yeah, obviously after this one, it's going to be tough to swallow just because you should have won that game. Played well enough to win for 40 minutes. And knowing the stretch that we've been on, we were really motivated. I mean, the in-season tournament was a motivator for sure. We knew we had to win by 12 to get out. That was in your head trying to, get to the finish line, and then you end up losing it on top of it. So it's a tough pill to swallow for sure. Frustrating. We all got to look ourselves in the mirror and figure out what we individually can do better, in those deciding moments of a game. Better decisions, better discipline to not foul. All the little things that we know what, impacts winning. And that's the only way we're going to get out of this little funk where, you're playing hard and you have nothing to show for it.
Playing hard and nothing to show for it. We played hard in the first half. That's for sure. Second half, sure, they played hard, played dumb. Just dumb turnovers. It's as simple as that. Fouling too much, reaching. And I hate to come back to this word when there's losses, and I don't mean to beat a dead horse, if you will, but a lot of reaching, a lot of grabbing, a lot of dumb turnovers, and more so the reaching. It's a sign of an older team going up against a young, athletic, and explosive squad, if not one of the most in the league in the Sacramento Kings. It's tough to ask Steph Curry, 35. Klay Thompson, is he 33? 2 major injuries. Draymond Green, 30. These guys are older. And it was nice to see Andrew Wiggins on both ends yesterday. The effort, again, there was reports via Kendra Andrews, and her source was someone within the organization, weren't very happy with the way Andrew Wiggins came into training camp not in shape. Well, maybe it takes him a little bit. He's looking in shape now. He's played better, a lot better. But they're going to need that consistency if they're going to be a championship team again. But unfortunately, with the good comes bad. And it's great to see Andrew Wiggins playing well and even Klay at times yesterday. But Gary Payton II, we'll wait and see what's going on there. Didn't look good. Calf injury. Chris Paul, wear and tear. You knew this was coming. He's an older guy. Leg soreness. So, again, you're looking at other players to step up. And who stepped up last night? Moses Moody. I was very impressed with him. So much so, I thought he should have closed the game. Thought he earned it. He's 4 for 4, 3 of 3 from beyond the arc. Guy was clutch. 11 points. But 13 minutes? Come on. Come on. Couldn't have gotten more from him? Just 15? Moody needs to play more. And that's a fact. Like, I'm just looking at the minute allocation overall. Corey Joseph? I mean, come on. Corey Joseph, who also had a horrible turnover too. Give me a break. Here's Klay Thompson, asked what the team needs to be doing to limit the turnovers.
That's a good question. I would say stick with it, not get discouraged by a bad night tonight, and realize we're going home with an opportunity to right the ship. I still have wholehearted belief in this team that we can do some special things, and I know we will.
Klay Thompson doing his best James Harden right there. Am I right? Very close to James. Now, I don't have the James one with me. That's basically what it sounds like. Oh, if you're Klay, you don't want to have anything similarity with James Harden right now. As Sam shakes his head in the back. That was good. I'll give you a 4 for that. That was a good impression. I think that's just how a lot of Warriors fans felt. Like, we let that one away in Sacramento. Are you freaking kidding me? They got to light that freaking beam, which I think is awesome, by the way. I love the beam. I think it's cool. I don't care if it's a shtick. It works. Fits them. That's their thing. It is what it is. I don't really think the cowbell made much sense, too, either. But
it's really all they're ever going to have when you think about it.
Well, it's our great state's capital, Sam. Show some respect, all right? Don't want to get into...
I am respecting. They have beams, and the Warriors have banners.
Oh, there you go. Well, last night they took a big fat L, and they will not advance to the in-season tournament knockout stage, Sam. All right? So who's the real winner?
One less banner. We don't need it.
That's right. I don't know if they're going to get another banner.
We only hang championship banners. Shout out Jed York.
I don't know if they're going to get another one with this kind of play. That's my concern. Where are you at, Warriors fans? 888-957-9570. What's your worry level right now with the Golden State Warriors as they fall to the Sacramento Kings and blow a big-time lead up there at Golden One Arena? Final score, 124-123, Sacramento. More on the other side. More of your phone calls, more of your texts. What the hell is going on in Golden State? 95.7 The Game.
Jim Gaffigan here with some more straight talk. Let's take a moment to appreciate our sweet...
No, did you just send me back? Oh, Sam. Okay, we're good. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Sam. I thought I sent us, but we're fine. YouTube's fine. Squirrel, don't worry. We're live and streaming all day, Monday through Friday, right here on 95.7 The Game. Search 95.7 The Game, like and subscribe there. But Howard Eskin joining the boys at 8:30 from 94 WIP, our sister station out in Philadelphia, because the 49ers have a massive game this week, week 13 in Philadelphia, NFC Championship rematch. Be there or be square. Cannot wait for that one. So Howard Eskin, 8:30 and 8 o'clock. Anthony Slater, our 95.7 The Game Warriors insider, and obviously covers the Warriors for The Athletic. Can't wait to hear from Anthony Slater and his thoughts about the Kings taking out the Golden State Warriors, what that means for the team going forward, not making the in-season tournament, kind of whatever at this point. It sucks, First inaugural, in-season tournament in NBA history. You're not going to be into the knockout stages. Brutal. It's brutal.
Next question.
Thanks, Clay. Appreciate it. We can get into a little of the Eagles, Niners, because Brian Baldinger had a very good breakdown yesterday with the boys. And Brian Baldinger, obviously, our 95.7 The Game 49ers insider and our, just NFL insider in general. Guy's locked in, former NFL offensive lineman, current NFL Network analyst. He's been there since the inception of the network. He does it better than anyone. The Baldy breakdowns, he's the best. And he joined them yesterday. You can find that entire interview on YouTube. Here's Baldy talking about, Brock Purdy being fearless. I thought this was fascinating.
Obviously he leads the league in a lot of different categories, but the most impressive category to me is yards per attempt. He's averaging almost 9.5 yards an attempt. That's a function of accuracy. Yeah, he's thrown it for 70% completion, but everybody is running with it as soon as they catch it. And that's the difference right now of where he's putting it. Like the touchdown throw to Ayuk into that zone cut. Like, you could take a freeze frame of it and say, oh, he's wide open. He's not really wide open. Like they're squeezing that thing, and the ball is traveling through the air, and he hits him in the perfect spot. Like it's a perfect throw. And the Seattle knows that they're attacking the middle of the field. They're trying to zone it and take it away and squeeze it, yet the throw just cuts right through it. The guy is fearless. The guy plays with no fear. The outside noise is the outside noise.
Yeah.
None of the players subscribe to it.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy doesn't care about it. The quarterback and the coach have a really good relationship. Whatever is said on the outside, on any of the talk shows or whatever else, it really doesn't matter.
It's fearless. Brock Purdy doesn't care about your outside noise, the chit-chat, the Skip Baylesses, the Shannon Sharp, Stephen A. Smith. He doesn't care about that. Please. He cares about winning. And he's doing it at a high level right now. So much so, he's in the MVP race. And he could vault himself into one of the top picks in the MVP with a win this Sunday in a big win. And speaking of rain this morning, if you're just getting off work and getting ready for work, drive safe out there. It is wet. Winter is approaching. Winter is coming. Game of Thrones, Ned Stark, R.I.P. Spoiler alert. If you haven't watched the show or read the books, which have been out for 30 years. Ned Stark, night-night. But it's wet, and it'll be wet in Philadelphia. And what did we see from Brock Purdy in the elements this year? Well, it was against Cleveland, against one of the top defenses in the league, and the ball squirted out of that hand multiple times. Didn't have right grip. He threw some ducks. That's concerning. Now, is he going to wear a glove? Is he going to wear two gloves? What's going to happen there? We shall see. But that is an element of this game that, could have massive implications. It could. And I'm one of those people, by the way. Miss me with the, it's football weather. Oh, Lambeau Field, the frozen tundra, 30 degrees, -10 wind chill. No. Please. Football should be played neutral sites like a dome for the Super Bowl. There's a reason we only did that MetLife Stadium thing once in the Super Bowl. What was that? The Broncos Seahawks? You had Goodell out there sitting with the fans, and they got lucky because there was no snow, and it was like high 50s. It wasn't even that bad. I mean, the game was over once Peyton Manning snapped the ball over the center's head anyways, but there's a reason we don't have those sort of games in big games, because we want to see both teams at their best. And hell, even last year we had a dome and they still effed it up because that field looked like trash. Guys are slipping and sliding everywhere. Whoever the groundskeeper was should be ashamed of himself. So that's where I'm at when it comes to the elements in football. I get it. Regular season game is what it is. If it's a home field advantage for you, great. But you know what? Green Bay didn't really feel like a home field advantage for Aaron Rodgers when it came to the cold. Right? They had the one Super Bowl. I remember them getting their ass kicked multiple times in Lambeau Field, whether it was Tom Brady, whether it was, well, I would say Jimmy Garoppolo, or Talanoa Hufanga for the special teams play. Right? But multiple times, I saw them lose there. So when it comes to seeing the best at their best, I would like it to be in a dome and be nice. And they'll get that opportunity in Vegas potentially this year. By the way, the Vegas turf, not great. Gives me a little early Levi's feel where they still don't know quite what they're doing. They have natural grass and they grow it out on a tray and they roll it in. But every time I watch Raiders games, like sand's falling out. I was like, what are these sand pockets? This isn't a golf course. Come on. All right. There's my 2-minute diatribe on the elements in sports and how bad weather games are actually bad for ball. As a former host once said here on these very airwaves, always thinking of you, Michael Urban. Brian Baldinger. More from him. We heard from one quarterback from the San Francisco 49ers. Now let's hear him talking about the quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles on what makes Jalen Hurts so special.
The guy is just a warrior. He's just a flat-out warrior. And so they show him on the sideline all the time. He looks like he's just in some deep meditative state. You know, like he should be in an ashram, not on a football field. But yet, like that guy's mental toughness and focus is unmatched. And so, like, he's just going to find ways to win. That's, you know, his record is 25-2 in the last 2 years. You know, he hasn't lost to a team with a winning record in like 15 straight games. It's an NFL record. And so he just finds ways. Now, that's almost cliche too, but he does. He finds ways to it's not rabbits out of the hat. He makes the plays, but he's just very, very talented. And he has undying belief in what he can do.
I think Jalen Hurts has now checked off all the boxes of what you want from a franchise quarterback. I think he proved it last year in the Super Bowl. He had the one turnover that ended up costing them the game. The fumble, obviously, it's a bad play. But other than that, guy was awesome. That was the greatest throwing performance I've seen from him ever. More so than Alabama, more so than Oklahoma. All of those. He was incredible. And we're seeing it. And you heard from Baldy there. He's a warrior. Not a Golden State Warriors because the Eagles just keep winning. But when the chips are down, he doesn't panic. Down 10, 2 different times this past Sunday against the Buffalo Bills, a desperate Buffalo Bills team against, some say, one of the best quarterbacks in the league in Josh Allen. Talent-wise, sure. He didn't panic. He didn't waver. And that's just all this Eagles team has done this year. Oh, here's the Eagles. They're taking an L. It's happened once. And, of course, it was against the New York freaking Jets. We're just an absolute dumpster fire. I'll give the Jets credit, though. They have one of the elite defenses in the NFL. And they gave Bob Saleh, he gave them fits. Okay, great. But outside of that, you know, they've pulled out every game. And even in that Jets game, they had a chance to win it. Pick 6 cost them. It's tough. But I think Jalen Hurts has checked all those boxes. And the crucial one that Baldy referenced there was the ability to come from behind constantly. To be the leader, be calm, cool, collected. That's the last box I think 49er fans, some, maybe they don't need it to be checked, but others do. That comeback gene, right? the clutch gene, if you will. Does Brock Purdy have that? Well, he has all the talent. He has all the capabilities to make all the throws, the decision-making. It's been there. But can he come back? Well, we'll see. He may not even be in a position to have to do that. Sometimes your team is just that much better than everyone else, and you have these leads, and you're fine. But we've seen in the past with Shanahan teams, and I get it. Jimmy Garoppolo's different. Matt Ryan's different. I get it. But we've seen him in the past with leads. He gets a little tight with the play calling. Is that going to go away in these big games against the Chiefs potentially or against the Eagles, right? Seen it happen. Hell, when he was an offensive coordinator, I know they were up, 28-3. He did his job. I'm sure he'll say that. And you know what? I don't put that loss on Kyle Shanahan, but I understand Atlanta Falcons fans being like, hey, man, we couldn't have gotten just more, was it Devontae Freeman carries? Tevin Coleman carries? We couldn't have just, iced the clock a little bit more. We had to just keep throwing and throwing and throwing. I get it. Sometimes Shanny gets it in his own dome. But something about Brock Purdy seems to have, I wouldn't say calmed Kyle Shanahan down, but it's all just fitting together now. It's all just meshing perfectly. Maybe Brock Purdy, in a weird way, has just been the missing piece of the puzzle for Kyle Shanahan in this offense. Maybe, just maybe. Time will tell. Big test this Sunday in Philadelphia. And a big test for the Warriors this year. Can they turn things around? Didn't go well yesterday. Sacramento Kings 124, Golden State Warriors 123. Warriors will not advance in the in-season tournament. Bonte Hill and Joe Shasky, though, they're advancing next. They're going to break that game down right here on 95.7 The Game.
You're listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ FM at HD1 San Francisco. An Odyssey station.
The Rolling Stones, live.